on, man. We're talking. Shut up.
Sorry, I just saw Limited's UAV video. I'm sorry. Like, you just watched it. I love your videos, man. Good luck.
Did you see about Pope Benedict? Rosbena?
Hard point.
Yeah, these guys are gonna be tough.
Well, welcome back, people. It's your buddy Wings of Redemption, and we're going to be playing some League Play today. We're playing Championship Series today, and I had a pretty good run in Championship Series this morning. We lost 2 games, we basically won everything else. I think I'm like a Platinum rank 30 right now in League Play. I think we won 10 games, lost 2. I think that's pretty much the track record I've had so far with League Play as a whole. One of the things I've noticed about League Play is you either face somebody really good or you face a team that's really bad. I mean, a couple of the situations of the games we ran into this morning, we walked over them. I mean, seriously, we beat one team like 24-0 in a capture the flag, which, as it sits right now, I'm not too big of a capture the flag fan. I pretty much like the search and destroy, and I love the hard point, but the capture the flag is like, ugh. It's not that I don't like it. Well, it is that I don't like it. It's just not my game mode. It's just not for me. Capture the flag is one of those game modes, like, it's just too long. I mean, when you play capture the flag, you're guaranteed a 10-minute match. Guaranteed a 10-minute match. If a 10-minute hardpoint match happens, you got a good game going. Feels like it happens very quickly. You know, the game is over before you actually realize you're actually, you know, playing the game, because you don't care about the time, you care about the score. You care about how people are doing. And like, keep in mind this point right here. It took us like 2 or 3 seconds to find that dude. Keep that in mind. But you care about things. But when capture the flag happens, the match pretty much happens within the first 3 minutes of capture the flag. And what usually happens is something along the lines of this: you jump out ahead 2 or 3 flags, and the other enemy team leaves, and now it's 4 versus 2. And once you get to 4 versus 2, you just run the flag heads up to the point where they can't come back. And pretty much the second round happens, and you're up like 12 flags to 0, and the other enemy team either leaves, you know, one of the 2 guys that are left leave, and now you can run it up 24 or whatever. And it gets annoying when that kind of thing happens. I mean, it just isn't very fun. I don't think capture the flag should be in League Play. I think they should replace it with like domination or something, especially now since they made domination this, you know, based off by rounds. Why not do domination that way? You know, basically, you know, whoever has the most points after 2 rounds. I like that, but that's just me. And I think it'd be a much better fit in League Play than capture the flag. I mean, capture the flag was took out of Call of Duty at one point. I mean, it was like the least played game mode. Like, why is it all of a sudden back in there? I guess it's because it's been an MLG staple. But there's better game modes out there. There is. I mean, there's, you know, well, I guess Hardpoint's kind of like Headquarters, and Search and Destroy is kind of like, but like Demolition. Put Demolition back in there. Do something. I don't know. But this is a really cool game. The enemy team on there actually knew who I was, and I actually played really good, and I played really strong this game, and I was actually proud of myself. And I'm using an M27 with a foregrip with a red dot. I'm doing my little jump shot thingy here. I don't really know what to say too much about the game itself that hasn't been said anywhere else. I mean, Black Ops is the standard affair. So let's go ahead and talk about Black Ops 2. I recently watched a dual combo between Hutch and Frankie. Frankie plays PC 1080. I don't know the guy's complete name. I'm sorry that I'm oblivious about it. But I was watching him and Hutch talk, and they basically talked about Call of Duty 4 and how people still consider Call of Duty 4 this great, wonderful game. And I wasn't a big fan of COD 4. There was things I didn't like about it. I didn't like frag times 3. I didn't like how the stuns were so strong. I didn't like a whole lot of things about COD 4. I didn't like how linear everything was, like in the way of weapon balance. Like a G36C would never stand up against an M16. Like a Scorpion would never stand up against an MP5. You know, little things like that. The weapon balance was horrible. Like a flashbang would never stand up to a concussion or a stun grenade in that game. Horrible, horrible, horrible weapon balance in COD 4. And it even got worse in World at War. But the fact is, I have such fond memories of those 2 games was mainly because there was no lag comp. There was nothing that would hinder a bad player. There was nothing that would hinder a good player. So if you were only as good as you actually were. There was nothing out there helping you out or pushing you in the right direction. Modern Warfare 2 came along. Modern Warfare 2 just got a couple things wrong. Like, if they would have actually put time in and patched that game, Modern Warfare 2 would be still a masterpiece to this day. That would probably been the best shooter game ever put out. Modern Warfare 2 had a couple things going for it that no other games had. It was, all the guns were overpowered. Every one of them. You could be the TAR-21, you could be the Scar H, you could be the Intervention, you could be the Barrett. I mean, even the M27 and the Walther had their place, because in bases like Wasteland, a cold-blooded Walther 2000 would easily trump an Intervention or Barrett, because they were better at that situation, because everybody put on the thermal scope in Wasteland and stuff like that, and you could easily just beast on kids. So every weapon in that game had some kind of form or phase. I mean, everything was good. An Uzi and a Vector had both light recoil. They both were very easily used. I mean, like, the only weapon in that game that wasn't, like, easily used or untangible to use was the MP5K, but even then, it was, like, almost unbeatable up close. Obviously, there were some weapons that stood out against it more than others, and that's obviously what they would use in League play, such as, like, the ACR and the UMP-45. But I never understood the hate for the UMP-45. Obviously, it's a submachine gun that killed in 3 bullets at any range, but a lot of things killed it in really short bullets in that game. For example, the Scar H. Scar H killed in 2 bullets. Just think about that, 2 bullets. Almost every weapon on this game right here kills in 3 to 4 bullets. And it had almost perfect hit detection. There was like submachine guns and shotguns. Everything was over the top, blown out in Modern Warfare 2. And I feel like it was a better game than COD 4. But a lot of people remember COD 4 mainly because of the maps. You remember how often you played it, because that was the Nightingale. That was the placebo effect, where you basically remembered how good life was when you were playing it. But a lot of us played COD 4. I mean, we were little kids then. We were like 9, 10, 11. I mean, COD 4 was just that age. I remember when people on my friends list would like invite me to play Michael Myers. Never played Michael Myers, but I would get invited to play it all the damn time. And it's just what we were. You're little kids back then. Let's think. And COD 4 came out. I'm 27 now. So I was, oh man, COD 4 came out in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012. That was 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago that COD 4 came out. And I was like 21, 22 at the time. And, you know, it was... That's young for me. I'm thinking back at it. I'm pushing 30 now. I'm about to turn 27. I'm pushing 30 now. And look, you're looking back at like age 21. You know, 10 years get. Whew, it's a long time. You age a lot between that period of time. And it's like, oh. But I think that's what it is. I think a lot of it's because how young everybody was when COD 4 came out. And, you know, got really nostalgia about it. And I think the fact I didn't like COD 4 was because I was a little bit older than most people. Most people that are sitting right now playing Black Ops 2 that are like 18, you were like 12, 11 or 12 when COD 4 came out. So yes, you probably remember it very fondly in that aspect. But like Black Ops 2, if it didn't have that stupid ass lag compensation, this would be probably the best Call of Duty game they've ever made. I said the same thing about Black Ops 1. I mean, obviously I didn't say it about Modern Warfare 3. I still hate that goddamn game. You can talk all the mess you want. Modern Warfare 3 was not a very good game. It was a very rushed. It was a very, I mean, it was Modern Warfare 2.5, but it didn't use the Modern Warfare 2 system. I mean, what the hell did it take for them to make that game? I mean, I said the same thing about this one. Like, this right here has a lot of reskins. Like, most of the kill streaks are just rehashes from the last 2 games. You know, the art's the same, the engines are basically the same, but there's a lot of extras put in this game as well. And the weapons are more balanced. This game has a lot of weapon balance in it. I mean, almost every weapon or every assault rifle they put into the game has some kind of unique feature. It feels unique. It doesn't feel like it's a reskin. And you can use a bunch of weapons. I mean, obviously there's weapons that people like more than others, like the MSMC or the PDW, but those are debatable. The fact that those 2 right there are debatable are key, you know, key things to look for when you break. Is the game have weapon balance? And like, look right here. You can notice the score right now. We're down 4 or 5. This right here is going to go right down to the wire. And I want you to remember, just a while ago, when it took us 4 or 5 seconds to get that one dude off the flag, and you'll see how pivotal or how key it is. I kind of wish they would bring war gameplay back, but this is almost like war, and I really do like the hardpoint game mode. I mean, it's a mixture of a bunch of things. So we get them off there. Got 8 seconds left. Look at this mess, dude. Look at it. Are we gonna win? Are we gonna win? No! We lose this game by we draw this game by literally 0.8 milliseconds. Very cool game, very fun game, very nice league play game, at least in my book. But it's been your boy Wings of Redemption. What is your honest opinion of this Call of Duty? I know a lot of people are hating it, or a lot of people are hating on it, but I feel like a lot of that comes from just being bored of COD. A lot of us are bored of COD, but you don't really give anything else a chance. Peace, people.